Yeah.
From corporate career
Yeah.
to spirituality,
Right.
then to be an author.
Right.
How is this whole shift?
Um, honestly, Aditya, it was not a step-by-step process. I guess what really happened was that this opening or a space of silence created when you become aware of this conditioned, mind-conceived noise that was coming in you, it gives rise to a lot of creativity, a profound creativity. And that creativity is not coming from the conditioned that you've known from your books, from your friends, from your teachers. It is actually coming from this profound, unlimited knowing. And so I constantly plug myself into this profound knowing, or the space of knowing, not from the intellect. Therefore, things begin to happen. And previously, when I'm having a conversation with someone in business or not in business, it was all about what is in it for me. Because it's coming from a conditioned, selfish behavior.
Yeah.
When you become aware of this conditioned behavior and when you observe it, what happens is there is this, the barrier is lifted. As if a veil is lifted. And therefore, what comes now is, how can I be of help to you?
Yeah.
And I guess what is happening is that self-centeredness that I had because of this conditioned behavior is now changing to being, what was the term? I'm sorry, self-centered to being more
helpful.
of, no, I think that's sorry, I think I'm just
More
talking
of
now.
giving?
More of non-self-centered, I could say. Non-self-centered, or becoming aware of my self-centeredness. Becoming aware of my self-centeredness is what I'm talking about. And so that happened, and therefore, the person that I'm actually doing business with is more comfortable knowing that this person is not going to take away anything from me, that there is this feeling of that I'm here to look after you, and mutually we are in this together. So therefore, wherever I went, there was this easiness of doing things, and then I became much closer to this person, and this kind of continued. And therefore, not only my books, my business and everything became much more creative, and there was a sense of, a touch of divinity in whatever came through,
Yes.
manifested.
Yes. So why did you choose only to write book? Was not there any other way?
No, initially what really happened was, it is interesting how this self-discovery journey takes place, and I was totally unaware of it. And I'm pretty sure that most of the people who have actually been on this journey would kind of relate to what I'm saying. When I got this knowledge, the realization, initially because of the suffering that I went through way back in Perth, what really happened was that I got some knowledge, and I wanted to actually impart this to people. I want to talk about this to people, and change the whole world, is what I was thinking about. And as I was going through that process, I realized that not many people are ready for it yet. And therefore, I was totally unsuccessful. And later on, I found out that, how am I going to talk about this to the other person when I myself is not aware of it and learning? And why don't I practice for myself fully and look at my own ignorance, look at my own conditioned behaviors before, again, I don't know whether I can change the world, I can change the other person, but I can change myself. And so that began to dawn on me. And that is when I started practicing this for myself.
Yeah.
And what I did was I started writing this in a piece of paper, and not with an intention to publish it, but I put that as a journal. And some of my friends said, it would be good for other people to know. And therefore, I think my first book came about in 2012, A New Way of Living. A New Way of Living came about. And subsequently, my intention was not to change anyone, but change myself. And through that process, if anybody else gets an understanding of how this conditioned behaviors can become aware of it, and then allowing this intelligence to actually, pass through you, and then miracles happen. If the other person is interested, then we can have a conversation.
Great. So, and that's how the book, The Art of Conscious Balance, came into being?
Yeah, in fact, I was going through this practice from around 2002 until today, and it's going to continue until my last breath. It's a work in progress. So there's a lot of realization happening. And constantly, I guess what is happening is that the ignorance that I'm talking about is like a cobweb. And the cobweb continues, it comes back because of this conditioned behavior of several years. And my intention is to cleanse it every day, and keep cleansing it and keep cleansing it, so that this ignorance becomes visible and visible and visible. And to that extent, that's the kind of practice that I do even today.
Right.